Hi everyone, it's Mitch from the SportsChatPlace.com, and it's Monday, May 18th. Today's feature sport for the Sports Chat Place is going to be college football. Haven't talked college football in a while. Of course, my original site was the College Football Place. It's still up as the College Football Place. You can always still reach the site at CFBPlace.com. But we're in the middle of a migration of the College Football Place over to the Sports Chat Place. It's all going to be one big sports place, and of course, we're going to be starting up our radio show, podcasting, all that things, and Craig Trapp's going to be doing one with us, and we'll have some other shows as well. We're thinking about doing an entire radio network to go along with our blog site. In any event, let's get to college football action. At the Sports Chat Place, College Football Place, it's going to be just like last year where I do a preview of every single team. I don't do preseason rankings. I don't believe in them, but I do a preview and kind of a prediction of each of the different conferences and how things are going to play out. I don't do bowl predictions, though. At this point in the season, we wait until the teams actually hit the field. Some of the things that we're looking to happen this year, a lot of people all over the Ole Miss Rebels, they think that, with Houston Nutt as the coach, a lot of returning talent. They did lose a couple of first-rounders. A team like Ole Miss that's never even had, this many guys taken in the first round before. I mean, look at the amount of talent that they lost. I'm not quite convinced that they can, do things to win that conference, the SEC. Just my opinion. Of course, in a couple months, they may prove me wrong. I think we're going to see Miami and Florida State both make moves this year, both become prominent teams and return to glory. Both teams played a ton of freshmen last year. Those players will all have a lot more experience this year, and they played well. So these teams are definitely two to watch for. I would say, if not this season, the following season and the season after that, two teams definitely to put in for the national championship game. Yeah, the talent is that good at those schools. Certainly not on the decline, more on the rebound right now. In the Big Ten, pretty down year, I'm gonna have to say, in the Big Ten this season. I'm not expecting much out of that conference. Ohio State kind of sick of just getting beat down in the BCS games. Just the entire conference just getting stomped in the BCS recently. Michigan, just a major disappointment. Penn State showed up for the BCS. We love Joe Paterno, but wow, they the score the game was never really that close. The final score made it seem like the game got close, but Penn State never really had a chance to win that game. Moving into the Big East, Cincinnati returned some talent, lost a ton of talent though. But with Brian Kelly running the show there, we expect big things out of them. In West Virginia, the post-Pat White era begins. Of course, it begins with Noah Devine in the backfield, so the cupboard's hardly bare. In Pittsburgh, definitely a big move up last year. The loss of LaShawn McCoy. We'll have to see how that pans out for the Panthers. Out in the West Coast, the Mountain West Conference made a big statement last year, and TCU returns a ton of talent. We look for them to be one of the top-ranked teams throughout most of the season. Boise as well. They lose some players, but Ian Johnson. But they certainly returned a lot of key players, including a quarterback and a running back as well. Going to be very good as Boise has been. Coach Chris Peterson doing a fine job. Of course, the Pac-10 Conference. Which Arizona State team are we going to see this year? We're not quite sure with Dennis Erickson what we're ever going to see, but we know we're going to see some well-coached offense. USC, loaded with high school All-Americans, going to definitely be a contender. How does UCLA progress in this? That Rick Neuheisel, Norm Chow, I kind of had higher expectations for that team last year, but these were not his players. As players start to move into the lineup this year, I expect big things out of UCLA. Southeast Conference, Florida Gators return everybody. Have to be the favorite for the national title and for to win the SEC. I have to say that Tennessee with Lane Kiffin getting a lot of bashing from the Southeast Conference and from around the country. But you know what? He landed the #1 recruit in the entire country, snagged them away from the Miami Hurricanes in Bryce Brown. Maybe the shape of things to come. I don't remember a Tennessee team being down for very long, and I don't expect this team to be down for very long either. In the Big 12 Conference, you got 2 Heisman contenders. You got the Heisman winner from last year, Sam Bradford. You got Colt McCoy of Texas. Texas, Oklahoma will be battling it out again for the title there. Kansas returns a ton of talent. Could slip through the cracks there. Oklahoma State, if they get it together defensively, they're going to be a handful as well. Texas Tech should be a little bit of a rebuilding year, but with Mike Leach's system, they always seem to do a nice job there to be able to score points and get it done. I can talk college football all day long, and you guys know it that I talk it all months and months and months long. And we'll be talking plenty of college football. I'll be running the entire college football site. Very little contribution from outsiders, so we'll see how that works out for us. This is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day. I can't wait for college football here at thesportschatplace.com.